Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of Halloween Highlights, where we take a look at some underseen gems that you can add to your watch list for this Halloween. Today we're going to be taking a look at this criminally underrated slasher from 1989. If you're a horror fan who thinks they've seen it all, then Hell High is the film for you. Director Douglas Grossman subverts the viewer's expectations every step of the way. And not in a lame Rian Johnson kind of way. He takes all the tropes that you've become accustomed to in a slasher film and turns them on their head. The film follows a foursome of high school outcasts headed by their sadistic ringleader, Dickens. Yes, that's the character's name.
Mr. Dickens.
Who sets his sights on the group's put-upon biology teacher, Miss Storm.
Class, what does it take to reach you people?
Which is an apt name for the character, as the audience quickly finds out something terrible is brewing inside of her. Still laboring under the guilt of a gruesome freak accident she inadvertently caused as a child, we then pick up 18 years later with Miss Storm now working as a biology teacher at the local high school, her troubled past having shaped her into a furtive and socially awkward person, which her tormentors mistake for weakness. A mistake that they will regret for the rest of their very short lives. Now, if you like 80s slasher flicks, this one's got it all. The sociopathic jock, the quintessential fat friend, the floozy, and the nerd, who's roped into an increasingly sinister series of pranks. You've also got the tortured teacher who's trying to reach her students, the creepy high school football coach, who's trying to reach Miss Storm, if you catch my drift. Good God, you could kick a field goal between those teeth. You also get some 1980s high school movie hijinks thrown in, and some truly memorable kills for the gorehounds. Hell High is chock full of iconic dialogue that you and your friends are sure to be quoting for years to come.
There's nothing after high school. There's only more stink.
It's also got some amazing examples of setup and payoff that come to fruition in the final act. Which brings us to spoilers. Now, as I've said before, this is a film that takes the tried and true slasher formula and does something truly unique with it. The filmmakers flipped the script entirely, having the put-upon victim, Miss Storm, transform into the ultimate threat. The band of high school pranksters are set up as the antagonists as they embark on a mission to make Miss Storm's life a living hell. But their malicious games trigger their teacher's deep-seated trauma, unleashing the killer inside. And her students realize far too late that she is the one teaching the lesson, as the perpetrators become the victims. That's one of the great attributes of this film. They take your usual 80s slasher movie template characters and they employ them in a very different way. It's an exceptionally well-structured film. The writer cleverly sets up several plot points throughout the first act that all tie in perfectly and pay off in spectacular fashion by the end of the film. For example, early on in the film we see Miss Storm's biology students performing dissections on frogs. This has an amazingly gory payoff when Dickens is given a crash course in anatomy by Miss Storm in the final act. And during the opening sequence, we see an adolescent Miss Storm watch in horror as her favorite doll is torn apart by a ruthless bully. We watch as the remains of her doll are cast asunder, serving as a symbol for her lost innocence, and a harbinger of what's to come.
You never should have hurt my dolly.
Well, that about wraps it up for this episode, guys. So, if you're down for some 80s nostalgia and looking for something a little more obscure to add to your watch list this Halloween, this is the film for you. It's currently available to rent for only 99 cents on Amazon Prime. So cough up a buck and go watch this masterpiece. Thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, keep an eye out for more content to come. And remember, there's nothing after this review.
There's only more stink.